Hello there mates, Mooshi Gaming here, and thank you for checking into this next episode of ShadowRun Hong Kong, the Standard Edition. So let's jump right into it, shall we? So we just killed Crate, which honestly felt really good. I'm loving it. And now, I'm not really quite sure what we're doing here, because that was the objective, was just to murderize Crate. But I am going to take these because you have... I do want, I don't know what else they're throwing at me, so I want to get everything as secured and tied down as possible. I'm going to take this, yes, this, yes, and take this med pack. Those med packs really did come in handy, if only for Raptor, because for some reason they just really didn't like him. I don't know what the story with that is, but okay. Let's see what we can do here. Or what other surprises lay in wait for me. Your PDA buzzes. The tone is instantly familiar. Kylie Chang is on the line. Pick up. Hello, dear. She swills something the color of overripe plums from a roc's glass. I take it you secured the Air Sicilian typo? You're surprisingly well informed, Auntie. Our dear friend Jomo has been very good about sending regular progress updates as part of his job there, you know. So tell me, what are they doing there? What is being stored in that warehouse? It's an armory heirs are preparing to take over the HKPF. Ah, I see. There's a long pause. Kylie looks down into her drink, a contemplative look on her face. Finally, she raises it and takes another sip, and sets it down on a nearby table. I know that Quill has offered to restore your sin. Make a come call to Mishihama Corporate and you get your old life back. I have a counter proposal for you. Go ahead, I'm listening. Don't turn the warehouse over to anybody. Burn the fucker to the ground. You did this for me, and you'll be set with the Yellow Lotus for life. Every pillage you can imagine, every extravagance, however rare or expensive, it will all be yours for the asking. All for the price of some gasoline in a match. Wait, burn it? Why? I'm surprised that you don't want to claim the warehouse for yourself. Why not just let heirs take over the police? What's it to you? Oh, I'm curious. Why? Turning that facility over to Mishihama won't stop heirs. It'll force their hand, push him into attempting an immediate takeover for the HKPF. The result is likely to be long and bloody, and Mishihama will lose in the end anyway. If heirs' macro technology is set on taking over the Hong Kong police force, nothing will stop them. They have the resources to succeed in the end, no matter how desperately Mishihama attempts to resist. Why not just let them do that? What does it matter if Ares controls the police? I think that would be pretty bad. They seem to be a, this is my territory, stay the fuck off of it or we're gonna kill you type of company. So, no, I know why she doesn't want Ares to control the police. I understand. Good dear, I knew that she would. The old woman inspects her glass again, dipping a pinky down to tap at the bottle of ice that floats in the center of her drink. It spins away from her fingers. She closes her eyes with a sigh. What about Quill? What happens to her? Her eyes snap back open. The placid expression on her face is washed away by a wave of irritation. I was having a moment, dear. You really need to learn to keep your mouth shut. As for Quill, why would I give a fuck? As soon as you burn a warehouse, she'll become irrelevant anyway. She huffs in indignation. Then her face seems to brighten. I'll tell you what, choose a fate for a senior Inspector Q that you think will make me happy. Surprise me. She raises her glass to the screen and her voice goes cold. You've heard my offer, MS, and you know what I'm willing to pay. I pray that you make the right decision for all of our sakes. Finally, Chain's image flickers on your PDA screen, then weeks out of existence, the call's been terminated. Oh my god. It sucks because they've made Quill such a likable character that the thought of having to do this to her is like kind of nagging at my heartstrings. But to choose otherwise would mean to abandon my team. And for my character, that's basically like her family now. She doesn't have any, her dad's dead. Duncan, I'm sure, is gonna go back to having a sin. And I don't know. This is, why you gotta do this to me, game? Why? Quill struggles to lift herself into a kneeling position as you approach. She looks up at you with red-rimmed, horribly bloodshot eyes. The veins in her temples are still throbbing, and you can see red questions where her nails have bitten into the palm of her hands. MS, is Crate? Don't worry about Crate. She's been taken care of. She closed her eyes. Good. That's really good. I reach into my pocket and grab my PDA. Keep it. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. I have something to tell you, Q, and I don't think that you're going to like it. Okay. Okay. We all know what decision I'm gonna make here. Let's just be like, pull it off a band-aid. Her eyes narrow. What do you mean? I got a call from County Chain just a minute ago. She wants me to burn this warehouse to the ground. She closes her eyes, licks her lips. I see, and I take it you're thinking of siding with her. Considering it, yeah, she's my boss. No, I'm gonna take you up on your offer, but you better follow through on your promises. Oh, this hurts! Reconsider, please. Think about what I've offered you. Sorry, killing Shane, but let Ku live. I'll get you to safety, but we're burning this place. Sorry, side with Connie Shane and kill Ku. I'm burning this place to the ground and with you in it. If you're lucky, the smoke will kill you before the fire does. I don't want to kill her, so the first, yes. Oh, this sucks so bad. I'm so sorry, Ku. Her expression clouds. Change orders? My decision. You have your loyalty to Miss Muhammad, Ku. My loyalty is to my team. It has to happen, Ku. If this warehouse goes to Miss Muhammad, the Yellow Lotus will pay for it. My decision, but I'm doing it for her, yes. So I'm trying to see what each choice is really implicating. And say it's changed orders, but it's my decision. It's changed orders, but it has to happen. It's changed orders, and I'm doing it because she said it. Okay, the first, yes. Quill closes her eyes. I'm too weak to stop you. Do what you're going to do. Enjoy your life in the shadows, MS. You just sacrificed your one and only chance to get out. Oh, that hurts. I mean, I guess I should have known they would have made me make a choice like that, but still, billowing clouds of choking smoke fill the sky, stinging your eyes and clogging your nostrils. The fire that you said is doing its work nicely. Flames gout from the warehouse windows, bathing you in waves of near unbearable heat. Things really going up, huh? Her face glows yellow-orange in the flickering light. Auntie Chain should be pleased. Gun show sure as hell won't be, I promise you that. When he finds out that you turned down Quill's offer, he's gonna be livid. I know, but I didn't have much choice in the matter. I don't want my sin back, and I don't want to see an end to this team. Zach and I both belong in the shadows, whether he wants to admit it or not. That's his problem, not mine. I just want to get us the hell out of here. I'll say the first. Your comms link buzzes again. Captain Jobo's face winks onto the screen. Ahoy, my friend! You are finished with the warehouse. That much is plain as day. Jomo can see the flames from where he stands. It is probably best that we get a move on, La. We don't want to be here when the owners of that warehouse come a-calling. You're probably right. Are you taking us back to the Binting? Yes, my friend, and from there, directly onto the Kraken. County Chain has informed me that big changes are afoot within her organization, and that we should prepare ourselves for a lengthy voyage aboard your fine ship. Jomo, the Kraken isn't seaworthy. She's like a scythe with a rudder. Not anymore. You Thomas men have been working tirelessly to repair her in your absence. She isn't ready to set sail yet, but soon enough, she'll be perfectly capable of crossing the Pacific unaided. Crossing the Pacific? Jomo, where are we going? To the new home of the Yellow Lotus, beautiful girl. His smile gleams. Come now, you must go, but trust Jomo. All will be made clear in time. Okay. I mean, I knew I was gonna make that choice, but still, I know that Quill, like, she really trusted my character, and so in the end, to have her be betrayed, like, I would never have gone so far as killing her. Because I actually do really like her character, but it sucks. The Fire Reef warehouse burns at your back, and the last of heirs in its legacy, soon to be nothing but a mound of embers. You return to Drummer in a drunken mistake. The pirate revs his engine and tears out of the harbor ahead of the medevac transport you called in for Quill. Thoughts vibrate within your skull. You know that the Spectre will live, but your opportunity to flee back to your old life has now left the table. Gone from the moment you torch the warehouse. You hear Jomo's voice cut through the howling wind. He says Duncan has left. Word travels fast in the shadows, and he's finished with you. So, he's gone too. The drunken mistake speeds away from the Taipo harbor, carrying you back toward the Binting. It seems County Chain was right. You and your team have a long sea voyage ahead of you. I mean, I knew Duncan was gonna be pretty pissed and leave. And, I mean, either way, you're gonna lose out. And to be honest, Duncan was not one of my favorite kids. Out of all of the, if I had to do a list, Duncan was gonna be at the bottom. So it doesn't really bother me that he's gone. So, The Kraken motors along, cutting through the choppy waves of the South China Sea. The core sound of Captain Jomo's voice echoes down from the wheelhouse. He's singing a crew in a Legion sea shanty, and in between verses he barks with laughter. Well, he seems to be enjoying himself. Hey, if the singing helps him to pilot this wreck, I'm all for it. Let him have this fun. I'm too tired to try to stop him anyway. It's not the worst thing I've heard. I'll say the first. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's a tonal, and I can't understand the lyrics, but you can hear that he's happy. He sounds like a leopard stood with a sinus infection. Gaishu shakes his head. Sometimes this acute hearing of mine is a curse. 16 takes of this would be challenging to endure. It would be to drive Duncan crazy if he were here. Gobbet snorts and shrugs languidly. I hear you, Seattle. This is how it had to happen. This is the life that you chose for yourself. You're good at it, and when you like it, Duncan does it. What did you expect him to do? Isabel shakes her head, sighing. Don't blame yourself, MS. You're cut out for this life and he isn't. And the inverse is true. He had a normal life. You never did. What are you gonna do? Go be a clerk in a stuffer shack? Sell tasers at Weapons World? Yeah, I can't really see it. Look to the future, not the past. That's how you progress into a better position in life. So tell me, my friend, what do you intend to do when we arrive in Seattle? Oh, yes! We've got to get in touch with Connie's Triade friends and Puyallup. Everything else can wait. I want to see my own neighborhood in Redmond. See how it is these days. I'm gonna go see Raymond. I owe him that. After all the time we're spending in this tub, food. As soon as we get to port, I'm gonna hit the Orcus restaurant called the Big Rhino. I had absolutely no idea. I'll say the second. Curious, you spend so long escaping from a place, only to return at the first opportunity. This is a reaction that I do not truly understand. After that, we should definitely make contact with the Yellow Lotus members in Seattle. Once we have been introduced to them, we can start ensconcing ourselves into the Seattle underworld. And that, in turn, will lead to safety. I don't know about either of you, but I've got a pretty good feeling about this. What you think, Seattle? You ready to show us the sights of the UCAS and get into a whole set of new troubles? Because if you ask me, I think you're going to have an interesting life no matter where we wind up. Isabel walks over to the nearby table and grabs a bottle of Jomo's Baiju outfit. I'll drink to that, to the future, right? Whatever it might be. She pulls the cork out with her teeth and takes a long drink. She tosses it to you when she's done. Don't drink. To continue to have eyesight. Have you tasted that stuff? I'll drink to weapons prosperity, to friends and family because they all we've got. Good fortune in the future sounds good. Sounds right to me. I'd say the second. The Baiju burns like a slug of old kerosene and engine grease going down, with the faintest aftertaste of copper wiring and old leather shoe. Not the worst liquor that Jomo's got, not by a long shot. Gobbet laughs, throwing back her head. That's the spirit. No matter what happens when we make landfall, we'll be ready for it. Come hell or high water, we're survivors. Come on, toss that bottle over here. As you settle in for another day on a long trip to Seattle, you feel a sense of calm wash over you. Jomo's rough areas intermingle with the sounds of the wind and the waves, blending into white noise. It's a strangely comforting sound. At the aft end of the room, a white porthole gives you a view of the open ocean. The sky outside is so brilliant as to be almost blinding. Squinting at the light, you let your eyes close. For now, at least, the horizon seems clear. Full circle. Seattle feels strange after so much time away. It feels like home, but it's curiously foreign at the same time. But with Connie Chang and your crew on your side, you rapidly make it feel like you never left Hong Kong. Oh yeah, I said it right. Connie introduced you to Xing Li Quan, the Seattle Mountain Master of the Yellow Lotus, and through him you find both work and safety. With your help, the Yellow Lotus rapidly expands its influence in the Bullyout Barrens. Business booms in 2058 when Don James the Hammer O'Malley is assassinated, kicking off a gangland war that affords the Yellow Lotus rapid gains in both influence and territory. Through your own skill and Connie Chang's trademark ruthlessness, your team steadily carves out a large chunk of the Seattle Metroplex for the Triad. The expansion continues until the Renraku archaeology inexplicably steals itself off from the outside world, trapping its 100,000 residents inside. UCAS military cordons the structure off, casting a pall over the Metroplex. In response, the Yellow Lotus wisely chooses to slow their expansion, the better to remain off of the military's radar. The world turns, seasons change, and life moves on. In the following months, Ares Macrotechnology takes over the contract for the HKPF from Mitsuhama. The Tolo Harbor complex is completed, and a new heavy militarized police force walks the streets of Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, the feud between the Red Dragon Association and Yellow Lotus erupts into a full-scale gang war in the early 2060s. The Red Dragons prevail in the conflict, and the Hong Kong branch of the Yellow Lotus is completely annihilated. The Triad traditions live on in the Seattle Metroplex under the stewardship of Xing Lu Quan and Connie Chang. Duncan's fate is forever a mystery to you. If he lives, you never hear from him again. Then your team remain as tightly knit as ever. Together, you look to the future and the promise that it still holds. Awesome! So I guess in the end, they did take over that police company, and we don't hear from Duncan, which I'm not too sad about, like I said before. And you still have your team, which is awesome. But yeah, it sucks to hear that the Red Dragon and the Yellow Lotus lost out on that. Well, the Yellow Lotus lost out in this war with the Red Dragon, but that's it. This game is probably, it's definitely one of my favorite RPG games. Just the interwovenness of everything with relationships and the crew, it was so well done, and they were such good writers. My only complaint is that you don't get a chance to do any romance, but you know, I can understand why they wouldn't want to go down that path. But yeah, that's I really like ShadowRun Hong Kong. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits finish rolling. And Mooshi Gamer signing out.